Good morning. I'm going to try again to make a video. I am running out of space here on this phone. I do have a new camera coming. Well, new to me. We'll try that. I put on some music here. Is it too loud? A little. I either turn it all the way off to where you can't hear it at all, which some people would say, yeah, that might be a plus. Just turn it all the way off, right? Oh well. It's Bach, because I heard too you could get copyright strikes if you use somebody's music or patent protected. I'm thinking there is, I might be wrong, but is music of that century patent protected? You know, your Beethoven. No, anyway, but this is Bach, so I don't know. I guess it'll haunt me. Things like that happen to me, and weird things happen. But anyway, see, that's the reason I probably will never have a huge following, because I need to get tied into one topic or another. But at this point, what I'm really just doing is experimenting and trying to maybe get a few more subscribers, and still hopeful to find somebody to work with, to do reactive videos with. You know, there's all kinds of content out there. I see a lot of, or not a lot, but at least 3 or 4 people now that are driving around making videos. One of the original people that I started following years ago drives around, and I probably don't have permission to mention his name, so I should not. I don't know what I have permission to do and what I don't, and I never want to upset people. But I do it anyway. I just can't help it. And on that topic, today the VA is coming to pick us up and take my husband and I there. Now, I guess there was always transportation available, but we didn't know that there was. And they forgot about us last time. But oh well, it's not the most well-oiled machine yet. There's so many people at the VA. It is very hard, I guess, for one department to know what the others are doing, which is what ends up taking a lot of time. Sometimes they try to send him to do several appointments in one day because they don't see him that often anymore. And he gets very angry, so he gets loud, and they have called, or I think they've called security on us, because we had people following us that were looking concerned. But see, his anger isn't that he is harmful. Now, I know with some of the veterans that's always a possibility. His anger comes from the point that he used to do all of this by himself, but he cannot write because he can't use his right hand at all. So he's yelling at me to find a piece of paper and a pen and write things down so we can remember what they told us and where to go for different parts of whatever, if they're taking blood or whatever. He's trying to get me to write it down. Oh, and the chairs are humongous, because they've got the wheelchairs, because they've got to accommodate every size person, so they err on the side of being too large. And then you got the problem of my vision, because I just wear cheaters, not regular glasses. The depth perception is off, so there I am running into things, knocking things over, looking for pens and paper. So he gets really loud, and then somebody starts following us because they don't know. And there's a lot of PTSD people there. One I can cite a perfect example. We got there one time, and that's when Jim was still trying to walk more, but he could only walk a short distance, and so there was a wheelchair. He spotted one. He turned around and sat in it, and then a guy comes running up and goes, "I didn't get a chance to clean that yet. He could catch a disease from that." And Jim said, "Look, bud, I'll take my chances. I'm in pain here. I need to sit down." The guy said, "You know, if I wanted to, I could call the police." And I gotta watch what I say too. A lot of it triggers me. I said, "Do you know where this is Linwood in Kansas City. Do you think the police might have something a little more pressing than worrying about if some dude sprayed down the chair that somebody else sat in? I said, we'll get another one, but he needs to sit. The PTSD, the things that go on there, and there's almost here lately, wasn't so much in the past, but almost here lately now, there's always somebody who flips out and gets real angry at their diagnosis. Again, I kind of always get the reason why people get frustrated and angry. But it's a bag of tricks to go there. But we met some nice people and had some nice conversations, and it gives Jim a chance to relate with other veterans and things that they've been through. It is both a curse and a blessing, but and you've heard me talk about this before, at 80% disability, but he probably should be at 100. I have seen people at 100 that are far better off than he is. I don't know how he feels about me listing all of his problems, but again, there are people that believe that we're exaggerating or we're trying to get some benefit we're not entitled to. No, I cannot go participate in a job because I cannot leave him alone. He, starting from age about 50, had health problems due to his time. He was a career in the military. People that think that you're asking for something that you don't deserve, you're mainly crazy. You just don't realize because you're comfortable. But there's a whole lot of the population that I feel, especially all the Hollywood people, the very affluent, the people that you have so much comfort that you probably are able to hire someone to do everything that needs to get done around your home. You do not know what it is like to not always have the availability. You know, somebody say, well, you need plumbing. We'll call a plumber. Well, okay. That means maybe you won't get as many groceries the rest of the month. There are people that are just too ignorant to be voting, but unfortunately they are. Which brings me back to Hollywood. I would think that if Hollywood endorsed any person, if you are a person struggling at all, that would be who you would not want to vote for. If Hollywood recommends them, well, if Hollywood recommends anyone, you know they're getting paid well to recommend them. And they have no concept of what it is like to be a middle-class citizen. You should not let them have a voice for you. Like I said, I've got lots of opinions, and most of them are unappreciative. Okay. Eventually, I'm going to speak on possibly just spirituality or living off of the grid. I'm still looking for partners to do reaction videos with. I don't really care reaction to what. It'd be on your terms. Getting a new camera that should arrive any day now, and I'd like to get a new computer. Since, as I said before, I disarmed the camera on this one, the one on my desktop. It's Independence, Missouri. You quite never know. You never know what's going to be going on. But I'm going to wrap this thing up because I know I don't have much more storage on this phone. And if I don't wrap it up, it's going to cut me off anyway. So you have a blessed day.